Yeah, today, we're going to discuss about uh, the frequency procedure. So, what to do about, so what does this Proc Freq exactly do? Okay. So, normally, Proc frequency procedure is used to summarize the categorical variables in SAS. I mean, the categorical variables in the sense, so, variables which have categories. Okay, so for example, if we take an example, so we have this SASF dot class, right? Okay, in that, we can divide sex as a two categories, so which have male and female data. Okay? In that way, in any table or data set, if we find when a variable with some categories can be divided, in which the entire data set is being dependent. So those kind of variables are called categorical variables. Okay. So this proc frequency is used to is used to count the data based on the categories. Okay, and gives out the cumulative frequency of those categorical variables. Okay. So, in addition to that, this proc frequency is also used to produce bar charts. Okay, bar charts for these categorical variables. So let's take this example. I mean, this as an example. Mainly, proc freq is used to count the data based on the category variables. Okay, so so in terms of proc frequency, counting data can have many many types of options. It has cumulative frequency, cumulative percentage in that way. So when percentage in the sense, uh, what is the what is the percentage? So what is the share of each category in the particular table? Clear, ma'am? Getting it right?
Yeah,
The first thing is, so this is the syntax, ma'am. Normally syntax is proc freq data equal to data set tables. So tables is a statement where we need to pass the where we need to pass the different variables in different types. Which we're gonna discuss. Variables slash options, then run. So that is the typical syntax. I mean, this is the typical syntax of proc frequency. Okay. The first one. So we got this. Okay. So the first example is about to check the distribution of a categorical variable. Okay, character variable. Suppose you want to see the frequency distribution of variable y. So the y contains three categories. One is A, B, and C. Okay. So how is the y spread across the entire data set? That's what that's what we want to check. Okay. This tables y. So normally here it is. So y has spread in this way. So A has a percentage of 37.60, B has 25, and C has 37. Okay, which means A frequency is nothing but count. So count of A. So how many times A has been repeated? Three times. B two times. C three times. So this is the cumulative frequency. First is as is. 3 plus 2 is 5. 5 plus 3 is 8. And this is the cumulative percentage, which means 37 as is the first percentage. 37 plus 5, so 37.5 plus 25 is 62.5. 62.5 plus 37.5 is 100 percentage. Claim ma'am on this. So what is percentage, cumulative frequency, and cumulative percentage?
yeah, right.
Yeah. Next one. So here the table statement, the table statement. So tells SAS to return. So to return n-way frequency and cross tabulation tables and compute the statistics of for these tables. So n-way frequency means, so we have so in tables statement we have how to how to get the frequency of a particular variable. Okay, so here n-way in the sense, so n-way so in proc frequency we have n-way means number of ways. Okay, so just we can just remember in that way n-way means number of ways. So number of ways in sense, so how many variables are participating in this particular uh, no, in this particular uh, frequency. Okay, so here we used only one variable. So we'll be getting only one type of result. Okay, so based on it, we can increase the number of variables. So that's called n-way frequency. So how many ways we can have the frequency, and and the next thing is cross tabulation. Okay, cross tabulation is something that we can have frequency based on two variables at a time. Okay, so for example, okay, so we can have we can uh, create, so cross tabulation in the sense we can have frequency for x and y together, which means how no, how y, I mean how the y data is dependent on x and same vice versa, and vice versa. Okay, so how are they both interlinked in the entire data set? That's what cross tabulation means. Okay, and 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 after that it is it is helped to to compute these statistics, percentage, frequency. Okay, ma'am.
Yeah, yes, Raju.
Yeah.
Your voice is little breaking and it is little low too. Uh,
1 second, ma'am.
I j
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. How about now, ma'am? Am I audible?
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
Raju.
Yeah, go on. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so if we use the two variables
Okay.
in the table statement,
Uh-huh.
so which one, like in the proc sort, if we are giving first variable, if we are using sex over there, then it will sort first sex and then other data, right? Other variable, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
how about in this proc freq? If you are using the two variables in that, then
Okay.
how it will?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're going to do the, one by one, ma'am. Okay.
Okay,
Okay. So,
okay,
we have, everything needed, but okay. So
okay.
thing is, this normal tables, normal table statement can have multiple frequencies, can have cross tabulation. Okay, in that way.
Can you tell me one more time about Envy?
Yeah. So anyway, nothing but we can remember that as a number of ways. Okay. Number of ways. I mean the variables have been participating in the table statement. I mean anyways nothing but uh, so so here we have only one type of variable. It's have been participating. Okay. So again, if we increase the another variable, two variables have been participating in that way. So how many variables have been participating in this particular data? So where now we get the combined statistics of all the variables. That's what n-way means.
Okay.
Yeah. Now we can do it.
So it will,
Yes.
okay. So it
Yeah.
is together frequency. Like if we are using the two
Yeah.
variables
Yeah.
and
It's together frequency. One of
okay,
one tape one variable frequency, two variable frequency, variable frequency, and so on.
okay,
Yeah,
okay,
n-way, n-way number, n-way increases. So normally, if you use the option called n-way, so n-way gives the highest, what you call, I mean, the highest level of frequency. How many how many variables are present in the particular table. So it gives the highest, it gives the maximum number of frequency. Okay. So NV has a sub option, where we got to discuss that. So through that, it'll be more clear to you. Okay. Yeah. 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 So the first thing is to check the distribution of categorical variable. So if you see here, normally C and A and C have the have the maximum k, maximum values. Okay. Next one is, so here the other next one is to remove the cumulative, to remove unwanted statistics in the table. Okay. Suppose if you want if you want to remove the cumulative frequency and cumulative percentage, these two, so which are not required for you. Okay. The option is no cum. So no cumulative. Okay. Once you type no cum after this slash, it will give you in this way only frequency and percentage. That's it. Okay. So again, if you want only the frequency and nothing else, just you just type slash no percentage, no percent, no cum. Okay, that's it. Here it is, 3 to 3. And now the cross tabulation. Okay, so cross tabulation is nothing but tabulating two variables. So to see how they are interdependent, and again how they are how they are being flowed in the entire data set. Okay, how the interdependent and how is their flow in the entire data set. So the cross tabulation syntax is, for example, if you want to if you want to do the cross tabulation between y and x, so you have to press y by x. So y asterisk x. Okay. Okay. So this is the n wave frequency. I mean, so which means that here, so this is the one of the n wave frequency, which means, so here we have a y option, here we have x option. So so we can take this as a uh, x axis and y axis, ma'am. So if you see here, here we have, yeah, here we have the x variables, here we have the x variable, and here we have the y variable. So based on it, so now if you can check a, so uh, a is once a and 2 are interlinked, right? So if you see the actual thing, actual data,
2 is came only one time, right? Or
yes, ma'am.
for A it is one time, right?
Let's see. See here. No, sir, not here.
Fourth one.
Okay. So here we have a with x is only twice, I guess. Only 6. And 2 also. Okay. So we have twice in 6, once in 2. Okay. So how it's interlinked. So that's what the thing is. Total we have 3. So total we have three parts. So that's spread across 37.50 frequency. In the way B, C in total frequency in this way. So how these are both interlinked between two. So in the maximum number of combinations, so it will give you this result. Okay. Clear, ma'am? Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah. And here, for example, the next example is so there's a typical no this is a no this is a typical tabular form. Okay. But no this no this seems to be little confusing, with all the percentages and and the distribution of y and x in this way. Okay. So the more easier way is, so this called one way frequency. So which is using by list option. Okay. So we don't want to see it in a tabular form. I just want to see in a straight way. Okay. So we use the one way frequency called list option. Okay. So this is a one way frequency which have only at one stretch. Yeah, y x and its distribution. So y twice. So a in two. So occurred has once. A in six occurred twice. B in two occurred once. In this way, it's more simple and more easy to understand. Right, ma'am? So here the option is slash list. So based on a requirement, either we use that or this tabular form or non-tabular form. Okay, clear, ma'am?
Yeah.
Yeah. The most of the in my experience, so most of the work which I use, so I use only this non-tabular form, which is quite easy to understand. Okay, clear, ma'am, until now?
Yes, Raji.
Next, I guess. Yeah. So here the same thing, ma'am. To hide. Yeah. So list option. Okay. So to hide, we have done, hide unwanted statistics in gross tabulation. So we know what is no call. Okay, once again. So we know what is no percentage. We'll see what is no row and no call. No row and no call. Okay. In terms of tabular form. Okay. So previously we used to have this this percentage, right? I'll show you both. Hmm. Yeah. So previously we used to have both, right? See here I used no column, no percentage, and no row. So which we have. So in this way, we ignored all this, column percentage and row percentage. Yeah, row percentage and column percentage, all these no percentage. Yeah. So it's straight away the distribution of y and x. Okay, in terms of a tabular form. So it is more clear and understanding, right, ma'am?
Yeah. So we can use list over here too? Or
Yes, ma'am. Same thing here. So, we use here a list.
yeah.
Yeah. So here, the no row option hides row percentage in cross tabular form. Okay, row percentage. And similarly, no column option or suppresses column percentage. Okay, this one. As this, as discuss this one. So request, next one is multiple tables. So how do we generate multiple cross tabs? Okay, so here it's nothing but so tables y y so y across you can say across x comma z. Okay, first of all, and we can even use in this way tables. One second. Proc Freq tables y comma y space x x space y slash list run. Okay, in this way, so we'll get instead of cross tabs, we'll be getting frequencies for these two variables. Okay, we'll see. Okay, two different frequencies because here we haven't used cross tab. So here we haven't used asterisk. Okay, so in that way, we'll be getting two different frequencies. So how are these two variables spread across the entire data set? That's what we'll be getting. Okay, and now if you use the cross tab, so it will say how are these two combinedly spread across the entire data set combinedly. Okay, how are they interlinked? Right, ma'am? So for example, I can say that if you want to find how many so in the in the SASL block class data set, if you found if you want to find how many are there in terms of sex variable, so which contains the male data and the female data. Okay, and again, and and the next thing is you want the male female data based on height. So how many are there, so how many um okay, one second. So how many are there in terms of height based on the sex data? Okay, so how many for example height in the sense height is not a kind of categorical variable. I can take some other thing. Height, weight, yeah. So in terms of uh, yeah, height we can take. So in terms of height, so if we take in terms of height, we'll just see that example. Proc Freq data equal to SAS. One second. One second, ma'am. Ma'am, ma'am, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you right now, but earlier I couldn't.
Yeah, I mean, not sure my internet got disrupted.
Okay.
Second. Yeah, hi, ma'am. Shavkat, ma'am.
Hi, Ajay. Hi, Priyanka. How are you doing?
Hi, hi Shagul, how are you?
How are you, ma'am?
I'm good. Yeah.
Ma'am, and able to get along, ma'am? Shavkat, ma'am.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I'm trying to. Can we use a better example for Proc Freq because with numbers and letters, it's a little bit difficult to understand. It.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of, so I took this, based on the Y category. So Y has, three categories, A, B, and C. That's what I took this Y. So, I'll just show you with this, SAS dot class. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Read data equal to SAS dot class. Okay. So tables, for example, I just want to do the category based on sex and height. Okay. So here, we can see that how many, I mean, based on our height values. So we can see how many fallen. So all the height figures. How many how many people how many counts they fall under sex. I mean, female and male data. Okay. Based on it, we can decide, the average height of female or the average height of a male. Okay. In this way. So which means here we are using crosstab between sex and height. Okay, to discuss, to discuss how are they interlinked in the entire data set. Okay, clear, ma'am, on this? Hello.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, same thing. Same thing here. So here, what I'm doing is I just want to do a crosstab for y on xz. So which eventually gives you y of x and sorry, y cross x and y cross z. Okay, let's see now. This way. Yeah. Yes. First one is y cross x, which is y by x. Next one is y by z. Okay. So y cross table of x. So y cross table of z in this way. So if this is not happening, then we can do in this way. So height, weight. This way, so how is height spread across the six? How is weight spread across this six variable? This way, we can just go through all the data points. How are they spread across this particular six categorical variable? Okay. Here it is explanation, ma'am. So tables y cross x z statement is equivalent to y cross x and y cross z statement. Okay. So in terms of cross tabs, we can do whichever cross tabs which we want. Okay, based on the data. Next one. Okay. So here's the other option of Proc Freq option, which is n levels. So n levels is normally used to count the number of unique values in the given variable. Okay. Let's see. So number of variable, no, so here the number of unique variables. There are three, but actually there are eight variables. So sorry, eight count of data in the y, but unique is only three. Got this one, ma'am? Hello.
Yes,
A, B,
Raju.
and C.
Sorry, ma'am.
A, B, and C.
Yeah, just ABS. Yeah. Actually, no, they are not. They are spread across almost sequence of eight. but the unique, but the uniqueness of these three are just these three variables are just three because there are only three categories.
Rajiv, your voice is breaking too much.
Yeah. How about now, ma'am?
Yeah, it is okay.
Yeah. So next the weight statement. So weight statement is nothing but whenever we have whenever we have a uh, a count is already mentioned. Count in the sense uh, um so what is the count of what is the spread of this particular data in the data set? Okay, when it's already mentioned, we see this one example.
Hello, Rajiv.
Yeah, for example, if I don't run this particular sorry, with the help of weight statement, which okay. So I'll be getting the spread of pre and post variables and and their data. So how many times no is present in how many times no is linked with post. So pre no is linked with post no and post yes. And again, how many times pre yes is linked with post no and post yes. Okay. So here it is the nominal. So here it is the nominal count. Okay. So how is the spread across? But if I if I want to witness, if I want to witness based on the count, which is already provided in the data set. So I use weight count. I just write both. So here we have two things. So one is without the weights, and this one is with the weight. Okay. The only changes. So we have used a a preloaded preloaded data. So just to assess how they are how they are spread across this entire data set. That's it, ma'am. So it's there's nothing new about weight. Just to use another variable such that how is the count spread across spread across this entire variable in between pre and post.
So we are replacing frequency over here, right?
Sorry, ma'am.
We are replacing frequency,
Yeah, the exactly the frequency over here.
but still
Yeah,
on the table it will still show up frequency.
sorry, ma'am. In the table, what?
In the table on the left, they have frequency percent, row percent, and column percent, right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, frequency based on the count variable, ma'am. That's what which it means. So here it is the frequency of pre data and the post data, and and how they are interlinked. But here the frequency of pre and post in terms of the count variable. Okay, how they are interlinked to the count variable.
Okay.
Yeah. So this this weight method is mostly used, in the in the clinical part. Okay. So so I can say that if this being if this being a clinical trial data set. Okay. So the first trial, pre trial and post trial, if they both are success, and so it took it took around 30 trials in that way. So the entire data set is being spread. Okay. So, in terms of clinical clinical explanation, so weight will be used. So at that time, you'll get, you'll be getting more and more understanding on this one, ma'am. Okay, clear picture of why how why exactly weight is being used. Okay, but no, but normally weight is used where whenever we have an other variable and we want to see how that variable is dependent on the particular cross tabulation. Okay, clear, ma'am? Any questions on this? Hello?
No.
All right.
Yeah, if see here, if we go into a one-way data, so here it is in this way, a simple frequency, just like the data, just like the actual data here, how they're spread across in this data, it'll just show us how they are spread across in this simple one-way frequency. Okay, this is one way. So if you give it is if you give a list, it is one way. If you do, if we don't give a list, it is two-way frequency. Okay. Yeah. And and the next one is if you want to store this, if you want to store this entire frequency data, okay, in a in a SAS data set, then we can do slash out equal to some data set name. Okay. Instead of these options, slash out equal to some data set name. So all this, whatever happened here, so it'll be in this data set. Okay, ma'am. For example, I just don't want anything. I mean, no. So in terms of list, we use list. Same thing now I'll be getting here. Okay, X count percentage. Uh, And in if you want to suppress the print option, no, the printing in the in the result window, just type just keyword no print option. Then this word no will be getting no print. So nothing will be in the in the result window. Just the output data. That's it. Okay. Next one is no to generate the bar chart and dot plot. So here we have. So whenever you want to do some whenever you want to start any kind of a bar chart or a bar plot, so the option is generally you have to switch on the graphics, which is ODS graphics on. Okay, so so again then proc frequency data example. So we'll just remove this one and tables y slash plots equal to freq plot. Okay, I just want to see the the frequency plot. So how is y y frequency is spread across this entire data set based on bar. So which type of plot I want, which is a bar plot and scale equal to percentage. Okay, we see here the bar chart can be in the form of Proc Freq to produce a bar chart of a variable y. So we are using plots equal to frequency plot in terms of type equal to bar. Okay. By default, it shows frequency in graph. In order to show percentage, you need to add scale equal to percentage. So, okay, we'll see. We'll see without this. Okay. Yeah. Normally, so this is the bar plot. Okay. So how is this spread across this entire distribution of y? and how is this spread across this entire data set. And now, if you want to add percentage to it, here equal to percentage. So we can add percentage over here. 10, 20, 30, 40, and so on. Right? This way. And the other one is odd equal to frequency order. So this is the there's a there's a sorting order, na? So order can have sort. So if you want to sort in the in the type of frequency order, so it's already in the in the frequency order itself. There's nothing to change. So it will be in the form of ascending order. So similarly, we can produce dot plot by typing type equal dot. Okay. So there's a dot plot. Dots, just dots. So yeah, again, if you want to scale equal, so again, I just want scale. See, scale person not working here. Okay. Yeah, scale equal to percent. So this something that whenever we want to assess something in terms of graphical way, so this will be used, man. Okay. Where on this, ma'am? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah. And next one is to deal with the missing values. Okay. Normally, if I just use a two-way frequency, so we get the missing values in this way, okay, separately. Okay, this won't be this won't be included in the actual data. Okay, see here. But default Proc Freq does not contain missing values, while calculating the percentage and the cumulative percentage. Okay, and it will be shown it will be shown separately. But if you want to include them too, then we have to provide this as an option /missing. So we have given /missing. So here we have it has created a variable called missing, so which has around 3218 data. Okay. Right, ma'am? Yeah. And next one is um, so in order to sort this, but no, in order to have a sorting order. Okay. For example, in Proc Freq, the categories of a character variable are ordered alphabetically by default, and the numeric are with smallest to largest. Okay, in the as I told you, it's in the ascending order. Okay, but in terms of character, it is in the alphabetical order. Okay, so to sort to sort categories in in descending order by frequency. Okay, from largest to smallest, we use order equal to Freq. We have other for example, if I don't use order equal to Freq, and again I use order equal to sorry. Order equal to data, so we had a order equal to formatted Freq interval. So Freq and both. That's the difference. So here we have cancer, cerebral vascular disease, cerebral and coronary heart disease. So here we have coronary heart disease, cancer, cerebral vascular disease in this way. Okay. First one is uh, okay. Yeah, the first one is without the order equal to freak. So which will have in terms of alphabetical order. Okay, here we have we use order equal to freak, which will be so which is used in terms of I guess no numerical data, but anyways we got in terms of some other frequency. I mean some other order.
It is in descending order.
Yeah, I mean, I don't say no. I mean, I know we can't say anything in terms of character variable, right, ma'am? So character variable, not, doesn't have a descending order, right? Just alphabetical or non-alphabetical. That's it, right?
But it does not depend on the values that
Yeah,
are the data that
I
is
mean,
present in
uh,
relation to the views.
exactly, ma'am. Unless until we give some other numeric variable, then then we get to know, so what kind of data it is. Okay, so we'll
So Rajiv,
yes, ma'am.
here it is sorting the data yeah, the data set on
No,
this
ma'am, it's not sorting
uh,
here. So we are giving the sorting order. That's it.
oh
Okay.
yeah, so it is sorting by this date cause because we are mentioning
Yeah,
in the
death cause, ma'am.
statement, right?
Exactly. Yeah, yeah. So
So
it will give
whichever variable we mention, it will sort in that way, right?
exactly. So normally by default it will be in the so if it is if it is characters it will be in the alphabetical order. If it is numeric, it will be in the ascending order, as like the other ones. But if you mention the order equal to order equal to freak, it will change to it will change to descending order in terms of numeric variables. So that's
And
it.
do we need to sort the
Not required, ma'am,
data?
not required. It will give you just the unless until we have by statement. So you have did not need. So there is no need to sort the data be- before that. Okay.
Okay.
Let's see how to get formatted. Yeah, how to get formatted. We got in terms of no. See if you see here, we article formatted. So we have multiple. We have few. We see here we have few data. No, we have few options in terms of order. We have formatted and freak. So mostly we'll be using for the formatted and freak. Let's try this internal. I never tried this internal. Well, this is internal. The internal again is unformatted. So mostly we'll be using formatted and freak. That's it. From these two, seems they both are same. Okay. So in terms of no, these both are same. These both are same. Okay. So if I run this freak, then it changes. Some other data. So let's see, let's find out what exactly there in Proc print data equal to large data. What? So that's large data, man. Let's do it in a we have multiple data statistics here. I mean stats here. Okay, we have status, death cause, as age, sex, age, and start, height, weight, and systolic, MW. some other different categories. For example, if I want to consider the frequency, this one. Is it? Historic. Yeah, if you so this is mentioned, this is an ascending order. This should be in descending order, but it is we use some other we use order equal to frequency. Granted. Same in ascending order. So normally freak will give you in terms of descending order. Okay. Sort categories on descending order. So it is still so we are still getting in terms of some other order.
The descending order of the frequency.
Sorry, ma'am.
It is the descending order of the frequency, right?
No, right. I mean descending we need to have the
It's
highest
not the it's not the value 80, diastolic value 80. I mean, these values are not in order, but the frequency is in order. It's ordering the frequency in descending order.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. My bad. Yes, ma'am. Yeah. But yeah. Yeah. You're right. Hmm. So without, I mean, normally, I mean, it's not okay. Yeah, in terms of frequency, so it is giving us descending itself. In terms of frequency, that's descending. In terms of here, when we use the default is, it will give you in terms of
The
the
value of the wave.
value in terms of ascending, but here we are giving the frequency as descending. Yeah, as mentioned here. So the order category, the sort categories are on descending order by frequency. Yeah. Here the categories of character variables are ordered. Here it is so here with the default is categories of character variables are ordered, and if you use order equal some value, let's see the formatted now. Formatted order equal to formatted. First thing is order equal to formatted. Yeah, order equal to formatted. It will be the values, and order equal to frequency. It will be the frequency. Yeah, you're right now. I overlooked it. Yeah. So this is the last. I mean, this is the last option in frequency. Yeah. Any questions, ma'am, in terms of this Proc frequency?
No, Rajni.
Clear, ma'am?
Yeah, Rajni.
Next thing is proc means. So proc means, so it is most common, used procedure for, for data analysis. So for example, if you want the statistics for some numeric variables, I mean the basic statistics and the advanced statistics. So proc means is the go-to procedure to find out the stats for any of the data values. Okay, just a moment, man. So here, we can, mainly find, can you calculate uh, stats of stats in terms of mean, median, mode, mean, median, count, sum, etc. Okay, even we can get some some other statistics like percentile, quartiles, standard deviation, variance, and sample t-test. Okay, so mostly we'll be using mean, median, count, and sum. So these percentiles, quartiles, standard deviation, sorry, variance and sample t-test. So variance and standard deviation, variance we can use, but apart from personalized models and standard deviation and sample t-test, these are all being used in when you go into in-depth data analysis like like machine learning and okay, to just go through the actual stats of a particular data. Then then we got to use then we get to use this percentiles, quartiles, standard deviation, and sample t-test. So this one is the typical syntax of proc means. It's proc means data equal to data set name. Okay, data set name. So by variables. So by variables is nothing but okay. Uh, so how are we looking at the data? So based on by variable. Okay. So the data. So how is it? How do you want the statistics? Okay. How do we want to analyze the data based on the by variable? Okay. So for example, so we have a habit of using the by variable just to see how the data is spread across the by variable, right? So for example, if you use sort by something, so it sorts the entire data by the specific variable. The same thing here, ma'am. Okay, here we use by variable just to see how the data is spread across the different by variables. Okay, and next one is class. Class is almost the same. So class is also so it's almost the same, just like by variable, but has few differences. So which we can understand only by looking at data. Okay, and it's in var variable. So var variable should only have the numeric variables because we cannot run the statistics for the character variable, right? So that's the reason we have to only use the numeric variables. Numeric variables. And next, the output data set. Output equal to SAS data set name. Run. Okay. So this is the typical syntax of proc means. Okay. By class var output. See here. So calculate separate statistics for each by group the analysis. So actually both are same. Okay, but there's a slight difference which we get to know once we go to the data part. Okay, here. So in the var statement, we only refer to numeric variables to analyze, as we cannot refer character variables in the var statement. Okay, for example, we have test data. We have second. I'll just upload this one. Import. So where instead of so instead of writing all these Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4, and so on, so we can directly write. Okay, one second. Just directly test set code. We'll see what's there in the data set. We have BU age, BU age Q1, Q2, Q5, okay, until Q5, all in terms of numbers. So instead of mentioning Q1 to Q5, Q1, Q2, Q3, and Q5, so now we can directly mention Q1 hyphen Q5. Okay. So by default, we get n number of observations, mean, standard deviation, minimum, and maximum. Yeah, this is by default statistics. Now, we'll be getting without mentioning any other option in terms of statistics, in terms of stats. Okay. So Q1 have, so there's a variable and its label have around 494 observations. Sorry. Okay. So how to see other statistics in terms of n and n miss? So if you want to have n and n miss, okay. So how do you see it? So n is nothing but number of observations, and miss nothing but number of missing values in the particular data. Okay. So the number of non-missing values and number of, sorry ma'am.
N is number of non-missing value, right?
Yeah ma'am. Number of non-missing, number of non-missing values and the number of missing values. So here it is the number of values. No, precisely it's number of non-missing values and misses number of missing values. Yeah. So every time we see this label column, right? Because it's not necessary for us. Because as both are same, variable and label are both are same. If you want to ignore that, just mention no labels as an option. Okay. No labels. I guess it's not coming up. Will it work or not? Okay. It's working. So no labels. So why is it showing in terms of blue letters? Okay. Yeah, no problem. So that's an option. No labels is an option.
So label is creating defaultly,
Yeah, by
Raju?
default. We know label, right? So as the label and the variable name is both are same, so there is no point in using the labels, right? It just an extra information which is not required. We can remove it.
So while when we use this proc mean, it will create the label.
By default, ma'am. Yeah.
Okay.
And next one is how to use a class statement. Okay. So in a group analysis using proc means. Okay. So if you want to use if you want to do analysis based on age. Okay. So how is age spread across this entire Q1 to Q5? Okay. Suppose you want to group or classify the analysis by age. Okay. We use class statement. So just to just to do a group analysis of class statement. No group analysis of this class statement. So class statement is used only to do only to do the group analysis of the particular variable based on where. So here we'll be getting in this way. So how is 131? Sorry. How is age 1, which has around 131 observations in terms of Q1, Q2, Q3. So we can see in this way. Only two are missing, only one is missing this way. Sorry, ma'am, I was talking on mute. Yeah, so here, so by default, we have this NOBS, right? N observations. So here we have 131, and again here we have 131, right, ma'am? So which is not so this NOBS is not necessary because anyways, we are giving this N as a variable, okay, N as an option here, right? So so we can just remove this because this NOBS is by default, and this N is which we are giving as an option. So we can just remove directly it to be no NOBS. If we see this one, so which means suppress the column that displays total number of observations for each unique combination of values of the class variable. Okay. So we get only the age variable and miss.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
So based on age, it has to show us like how many values, how much data, how many number of values are presented under Q1, under Q2, under Q3, Q4, and Q5, right?
Yeah, ma'am.
Why is the number same for all the five of them?
I guess it is same, ma'am. Because if you see here, we have two missing here. It gave us 133.
Mhm.
Yeah, I guess it might be same. Okay. Ma'am, this is showing only the count, ma'am. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, they're showing only the count. Unless until we have a missing value, then then the count differs. Otherwise, otherwise it'll be same, right?
Okay, got it. Yeah,
Yeah.
got it.
Yeah. So that is a class variable. Okay. And now, how to use the proc format in a proc mean statement? So in a proc means procedure. No, Shausta ma'am, did you go through? No, sorry. No, did you go through this proc format recording, ma'am? By any chance?
No, I did not.
Okay.
I'll try to follow.
Okay. Yeah. So ma'am, thing is, proc format is nothing but to apply. So previously, we used to apply, the predefined formats, right? okay, in terms of date format, in terms of dollar, in terms of length, right? So
Yes.
here, with the help of proc format, we can we can apply user-defined formats to a particular data. Okay, for example, in this age, so how is the age spread across in this one, ma'am? It is spread across 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so for a for a layman to understand, he normally thinks it will be age 1. I mean, person with an age of, so in a baby, I mean, some a person with an age of 1, a major age of 2. So children with age 1, children with age 2, children with age 3, 4, 5, and 6, right? But actually, that is not the case here. So one means less than 25 years of age. 2 means 25 to 34. In this way, it is spread across. Okay, in order to in order to showcase in this way, so we can use a if statement to this. Okay, right, ma'am. So if I can say if age equal to 1, then some age equal to, so then some age equal to uh, less than 25, and again if age equal to 2, then it will be 25 to 34. We can write around 6 if statements. So instead of that, write a proc format in this way. So it's a syntax, ma'am. Proc format in this way. So age format got created, then apply that format here. Format age dot. Okay, this syntax will be same across everything. Format age and age dot. Now you see what happens. So we get in this way less than 25, 25 to 34, 35 to 43, 44 to 50, and so on. So in this way, so the data will be more clear. So a layman, a normal people, a normal person, can even understand how is it, how is the data is spread across, age is spread across the entire data. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Clear, ma'am? Priyanka, ma'am, is it fine until now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Here, other one is how to change the sorting order. Just a moment, ma'am. Yeah. So here, so normally it will be in terms of it will be in terms of the ascending order, ma'am. So if you want to have the analyze data in terms of ascending order, values of age, we can just mention age slash ascending. Only in the class, ma'am. Okay, only in the class. Class age slash descending. Okay. So we'll have the data in terms of descending. Age 6, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and so on. Clear, ma'am, on this? Descending order?
Yes.
Okay. You may think that this format, I mean, we are still getting this one here, right? No, we are still getting the age in terms of numbers, right? Because we haven't created. So so, for example, if you want this to be in terms of this formatted one, so we need to change the format of age at the test dataset itself. So in the test dataset, because here we change in the, we changed it in the procedure. Okay, so so this will this will only reflect in the particular procedure itself, this particular procedure itself. But if you want to change the format of age in the entire for all the procedures, then you have to change then you have to apply this format age in the test data set. Okay, at that time you can easily change the format of the of age. But if you don't do it, will be will be ending up getting the age values as 6, 5, 1, 2, 3 until 6. Okay, that's the format, ma'am.
So you mean we have to create a new data set?
Yeah, Exactly.
That is one
yeah,
method.
we can
And
we
then
can either overwrite on the same data set, or or we can we can create a new data set. It's simple, just like other ones. The
how do we overwrite it?
same thing. So test data.
Oh, okay. On the same day.
Yeah,
Okay.
on the
Got
same
it.
data set. Format age dot. uh, we got in this one, right? So once you do it, so this got replaced. We do it now. We'll get in this way. Okay.
Okay.
But we don't want that. No. Yeah. Take for the next 5 minutes, ma'am. Is it fine? Is it okay?
Yeah, okay.
Or it's too late?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah. So that is the class statement, ma'am. And now if we go to group by, so sorry, just the by statement. Okay. See here. And if you specify class statement, without the var statement, it classifies entire all the numeric variables available in the dataset. For example, if I don't use this var, I just use directly class statement. So it just classifies entire all the available numeric variables. Here we have PU as a numeric variable. Okay. So it even classifies on the BU also, apart from Q1, Q2, Q3, Q1 to Q5. Okay. So that's the reason you have to always specify the class statement. Okay. Because here we only have hardly 6 variables, but in real time we may have hundreds of variables, or some tens of variables. So at that time it'll be a large data set, a large data tool to analyze. Instead of that, always use a var statement whenever you use a class statement. Okay. And the same thing in terms of by variable. Okay. Whenever you want to analyze each and every each and every age variable, okay, in a separate sheet. Okay. At that time we use by statement. Okay. Here it's mentioned in separate tables. You can use by statement to accomplish this task. Okay. So before that, as mentioned, by statement, you have to sort the data set. Done. Sorting is done. And now, oh, so it's see here we got in terms of age in a separate tab right now. But if you class, we'll be getting in a single tabular form. But here we got in terms of age in separate tabs. Okay. But if you look into other SaaS applications, you will see in separate pages. Okay. Okay. So that is the only difference between class and by statement. So if you go into if you go into a difference between class and by statement, so class statement returns analysis for a group variable in a single table, whereas by statement returns the analysis for grouping variable in separate variables. Okay. So on the race class does not require the classification variable to be pre-sorted, whereas by statement anyways by statement requires to be demands sorting order, right, ma'am? Whenever we use the by statement in any procedure or any data step, we that have to be sorted before that, right? So that's the only condition for by statement. Okay. But by statement has options, has enough feasibility of options in terms of by default it is ascending. We can even change it to descending. Okay. But sorry, class statement. But in terms of by statement, you have to change the sorting order while sorting the data set, right, ma'am? So ma'am, we'll stop until here. Okay. Any questions, ma'am, in terms of proc frequency and proc sort? Sorry, proc means until now. Hello.
Yeah, no, Raju.
So these two are, these two I don't have handout for this, ma'am. I couldn't find a handout for this. Handout for this for these two. Proc frequency and proc means. So I prepared one. Okay. Somehow I missed those handouts. No, I'll just send you these codes, ma'am. Okay. I'll upload these codes in the I mean this uh, .sas file in the shared folder so that you can download that and use it in the SAS Studio. Okay, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Raju, we did not do the proc axis, right?
Proc
In the
Excel.
last axis.
Proc Access. No, ma'am. Proc Access. I guess no. But no. But I have shown you, right? How the Proc Access works. I mean, work in the sense. No, the it's statement and all. So, it is statement. It's similar to proc import itself. Okay. But only thing is, it has its own access database and its tables because proc access has tables. That's the only change. Everything is same, just like proc import.
I don't remember, Raju, but yeah.
Ma'am, we have discussed this one, right? In the
Oh,
while
proc.
going through proc import and proc export.
Yeah, we just did actually, but I have some question in the proc export. I will ask you later.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ma'am, proc export don't go into into a deep thinking of it. It is just to export or import data. That's it. Okay. It has few options. No, just remember that. So no, not all options are mandatory. Only few options which are very important in terms of importing and exporting, which you think that's enough.
Actually, I wanted to if you can show me like the how to do the proc export like in the this graphical method.
Oh,
Yeah,
export or import?
export actually, proc export.
I don't
The
think so.
SAS is not working for me. From today is also not working for me. I don't know. I don't know
Okay.
about Shabata if she.
Okay. I'm not sure. Does SAS Studio have export? That's not my point.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
doesn't have.
SAS Studio has export in the sense we can directly send a file to the external source. That's it, right, ma'am?
Yeah, but we
Because
cannot do it in here, right? There is
no,
some
we have
option.
here we have download file option, right?
Okay.
That's eventually an export option. Click it.
Okay.
We have this download file. There's what something called graphical way, right, ma'am?
Okay.
Yeah. But if you want to
So they
export,
have.
yes, ma'am.
Yeah. No, it has like a lot of options like in the
Yeah.
handout.
Yes,
So
yes,
thought
yes.
of like checking with you one time.
Yes.
Yeah.
So remember, come again. You thought of what?
So in the handout, actually, there is some graphical windows. All are there,
Yeah,
right?
I mean, actually, those windows something that we can do Proc export in terms of in terms of user interface method, man. Just like just like Proc import, right? We have here Proc import import option, right?
Yeah.
Import data. The same way, we can do the export the same way.
Here
Here,
it is not that option, right?
yeah, here it is, no option for that. I don't see an option. I don't see an option here in terms of Proc export. We directly have a download option. So which only download the specific file. But export is something that converting of our data set to our defined data, our defined format, right? Maybe Excel is CSV tab or some access some other file, right? That's what I don't see here. When I only see import data, query XML folder. That's it. That's it. Nothing more than that. Upload, download. That's what I see. But in the other application like SAS, Enterprise Guidance SAS, PC SAS, so it will have the block export user interface method where you directly go to options. It will be options, file options here, and go to the selection. No, I mean, go to the drop down. In the drop down, you'll be getting a block export option where you can select a particular file to be exported, convert that into Excel, your desired format, file format. Yeah, it will be all it will be in terms of our uh, you know, user interface method, more easy in terms of coding. That's it. Apart from coding, so it will be in terms of a user interface method.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll do one thing, ma'am. I'll try to screen record that one from my office laptop and I'll show you that.
Okay,
I'll
right.
just see if I can do it or not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Send this handout.
Yeah, I'll do it. No, I'll just load this handout into the common shared drive folder. Okay. Both proc means and proc freq. So proc means we have from this, from the out statement. So tomorrow, we can, we'll just go to this output out statement. Yeah. Nothing else. Then we'll just wrap this session.
Hello, Shagupta. Is this SAS working for you?
It's working.